Hello guys, to another beautiful sunny video. Temperatures above 20 degrees, still winter time, so we're gonna ride a bit in the Twisties. Whenever I approach some curve that is less visible, I'm gonna push my bike down, keep my head in focus so I can see what's around the corner. Right here I can see what's around, but if I don't, at some point I can move my head like this, keep the bike positioned in the same place, but in that case it's always important not to increase the gas, because when you increase the gas the bike wants to stand up and it pushes you outwards. So whenever I am doing this counterbalance technique of riding in corners, I'm actually just keeping the gas, or I can slightly increase the gas depending on the road conditions. For example, right now, because it's the winter time, there is dust gathered and some mud as well at some places. Usually because the cars are going in the lanes, the left side or the right side of the lane are more clean, and the middle side and the rightmost side, also the center, are more dirty. So you always want to keep that in mind and try not to cross the middle section of the lane. Like, it depends on the corner, of course. So I saw some videos on YouTube and also Instagram and TikToks. They're telling, like, when you approach the corner like this, you're watching for the exit and your focus stays there, which is actually correct. But what I would add to that is you also need to check the road condition for the holes, for the dust, mud, like I said, whatever might be over there. Because if you lean and you focus on the exit and you don't think and you don't see what's in front of you, because dust can be really tricky to be seen, then you're actually limiting your ability to maneuver the bike properly, and that might cause even the crash. So when I don't see what's around the corner, I'm keeping my distance in my lane. So like over here I did keep my right side of the lane. Over here I don't see what's coming around. Again, I'm gonna push my bike down and position my head in that way so I can see what's around the corner. So by keeping my head in this place and pushing the bike like this down, I can see more what's coming around. When the bike sees the exit, so not like when you see the exit somewhere there, but it's like when your bike is actually aligning with the exit, you can increase the gas. Whenever this bike starts to roar, it's around 5,000 RPMs. I think like I'm reaching the RPMs limit, but it's actually not true. That's when this bike has the most power. I don't see what's around the corner, so better to keep the right side of my lane, just in case if somebody cuts the corner from the other side. So it's okay to have fun, but you need to think about your safety first, because this is not a racetrack. Also, it's always more safe when you go twisties on the incline path, so if you're going uphill. But if you're going downhill, your ability to brake is limited, the bike wants to slide more, so you need to pay more attention when going downhill. And of course, if it's a winter time or the winter is passing, the springtime, whatever, it's not the same as if you were riding in the summer. Mainly because the asphalt is colder, so the tire is not sticking as well. The tire is colder, the asphalt might be dirty, and also the other cars, the other vehicles are not aware that the bikers are there because of the season. I love this place. It's the nearest place where you can go twisties around the city of Niš, and you have beautiful scenery. There is a biker behind me, so whenever there is a corner coming, I'm flashing the brake lights, because you never know what kind of a rider that is behind you and what's his skill set, what's his experience. And if for some reason I'm riding quicker pace than him or her, I just want to give them the, you know, sign that the corner is coming, and maybe if I know how to overcome that corner by leaning the bike, maybe that person doesn't know this. Maybe they don't have this kind of feeling about the bike, and they can crash because, you know, because of you. And that's why I'm always trying to be more humane rider. Now we're gonna go other way around, so it's mostly gonna be more downhill, more attention will be needed. It's very important to listen to yourself and how you feel. Some days you're more relaxed, some days you are more tired, and you should not force anything. Like for example, you want to go for a ride, twisty roads, and sometimes if you didn't sleep well, if you are tired from the work or whatever, your wife made you angry, you should just chill out, you know, you should not push the limits. But sometimes you come so tired, I mean so relaxed, not tired again, and you can do it. So always listen to yourself and don't create the habits of just riding the same pace, because the life is not like that, the traffic is not like that. Just adapt, learn to listen to yourself, and enjoy the ride. So I lean the bike over. I don't want to lose my right side, right path that I'm following, because I said there might be some dust in the middle of the lane, and I don't want to go over it, because if you increase the lean angle of the bike, it's less stable, and imagine what happens with the dust. So those are general rules, but like I said, by focusing on where you want to go in the corners, seeing where you want to lean, and also checking what's in front of you, if the road is okay, you will be safe. So I see this corner, but the next one I don't see. So I see here I can lean a little bit, but the next one, dropping the gear, pushing the bike, and then accelerating. And if somebody comes, I can brake, I can move myself more to the right. Now, I don't advise anybody following my pace and how I'm leaning the bike, because this is years and years of riding and my experience with this bike, practicing. So I know my limits, and I'm figuring out and analyzing lots of factors on the road. So it's all about practicing, and with the good habits, the nice, agile, sporty ride, controlled ride will come. Braking, also, if the bike is taller, it's always advisable to also use the rear brake, because that way the bike will be more stable. Why? Because the taller bikes have this longer suspension, so if you start braking with the front in the corner, the bike might be disbalanced to the front side a lot. So you want to stabilize it a little bit, keep it steady, and use a little bit of that rear brake as well. When the summer comes, I usually like to, like this, increase my leaning angle more by like initiating the movement to the right like this and then to the left. But I don't like doing that for the reasons I previously said, because the roads are not clean, you know. So that's considered more aggressive sporty ride. So I push myself more to the left like this, the bike, and then I increase the lean angle, and then I have more fun. Like the turn is even more aggressive than it actually is. So I can play like this, but usually I do that in the summertime, of course, when the road conditions are allowing. In the winter I just tend to follow my line, stay on it, and don't do anything extreme like those sudden changes and drop downs. So what I'm saying is that you can have lots of fun by not going fast. It's about you creating the fun for yourself. And what I'm always saying is it's good to think about the ride as path from point A to point B. In between those A and B, everybody and everything wants to hurt you, to kill you. So you actually think about it as a video game which doesn't have a restart. So you play along, you're trying to anticipate things, have fun in, you know, your success in anticipating something, and also play along. So when I'm going downhill, like I said, it's more dangerous because the braking power is less pronounced, but on the other side it's good because the front tire has more pressure. So I'm applying some of my brakes, a little bit of front, and letting the bike lead the way by leaning it and keeping the lean angle. Yeah, the other side is definitely more fun because it's uphill. I mean, even this side could be more fun for somebody who rides very aggressively, but of course I don't advise that, because that's of course out of your reach if somebody or something just pops on the road. So guys, we reached the end of this sporty ride for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining in. I hope some of my information helped you, and just keep on creating good habits and ride safe. See you in the next one. Goodbye.